remember you're not alone. You're never alone. You come to the circle, you'll understand you're part of the whole.
When I approach this place and I see the people around here, and it looks like I'm in a different world.
Siti Mangala ho,
He was busy emptying himself so he can be an instrument of something much larger that he repeatedly talked about as the law of love.
Bolo re Bhagat!
And so the values that Gandhi was talking about is I have nothing to teach to the world. Truth and nonviolence are as old as hills. And these hills, like the oak trees, survive because they have roots. And not just because they have roots, the roots are on top of each other.
That ripple effect of touching one person and then how that kind of spreads.
यहाँ पे हूँ जयेश भाई, अनार बेन, निपुण भाई, और उसका कुछ रीज़न ही होगा कि मेरे को कुछ अच्छा बनना है, कुछ अच्छा पास ऑन करना है.
The young girl named Samantha. She's 12 years old. And she says, when I see my friends sharing in the circle, she says, I see them go deep. And I think, you know, they can go deep, so can I. So I started going deep. And when I did, boom.
I looked into my eyes.
I instantly felt something from me getting lighter and lighter.
Each of you touched and each of you kind of sublimated something in my heart, in my life.
And you see them giving so much of themselves. You realize there's a constant cross-fertilization happening. That there are seeds within you which are suddenly flowering and opening up. It just opens up like that, completely like that.
It's a buoyant force and you feel completely detached from the problems of day-to-day life, and I think that lifts you up and you just feel weightless. You feel the moment of no gravity, and that's what this love does to you. It just lifts you, it lets you soar.
I think that one of the ways in which these things ripple out is actually, service, however you frame it, that it starts with an intention to go beyond yourself and to go actually to respond to the part of you that is connected to so much else. I think that's the beautiful thing, is that these moments are happening all the time. I'm actually a being in transformation as we speak. Whether I know it or not, whether I'm aligned with that transformation is a different story. So the question really becomes, how do you actually remain aligned and at the cusp of your own becoming, moment to moment?
There's a tree called an aspen tree in Colorado. It looks like they're all these separate trees, but underneath in the network of roots, they're just one tree. For me, that's what's emerging.
What you're doing in an act of gratitude is preparing to hold the gift, to receive the gift, and to transmit the gift.
This friendship is unconditional. There is no strings attached. There is no agenda. There's no expectation. It's beautiful when my vessels are missing, because I know it's in one of their homes, and in that sense, it is home.
A fruiting tree, when it knows it's its last season to give, gives the most it ever has in its entire lifetime in that season. trusting that my seeds will live on far after I'm gone.
You know, we are each the product of a conspiracy of kindness. You know, we did not get here alone. You know, we're carrying that legacy of love within us. And you know, you can just turn to the person next to you, right? And it's like, you can look at them as just this being who came from a certain place and has done certain things and has a certain degree and works in a certain field. Or you can look at them as that part of that current, you know, part of that flow of loving kindness. And as you start to interface with that, I think that, you know, that is what helps us feed that web that feeds us.
I said, do you remember what we did? And she'll say, I don't know what we did, but I know I had a good time.